It is a realm that conceals some of the most intriguing predators on the planet, and that realm is the enormous ocean. Squid, a creature with a body that appears to be soft, is the dominant species in the deep water due to its speed, intellect, and exceptional ability to conceal itself completely. Over 4 million tons of squid are taken from oceans all over the world every year. This squid is a crucial source of food for billions of people across the world. Squids are able to flourish in a wide variety of environments, ranging from the chilly waters of the North Atlantic to the deep pits of the Pacific. They also have the ability to hunt with their muscular tentacles and disappear in an instant due to their skin that changes color. However, a great number of mysteries pertaining to these mysterious animals continue to be concealed inside the depths, making it difficult for humans to comprehend them. Using environmentally friendly agricultural technologies, millions of tons of squid were transported across the ocean. In most parts of the world, squid are largely collected from the wild. They thrive in deep-sea regions, where ocean currents provide an abundance of food supplies, which enables them to expand. Are you ever curious about the tough voyage that fishermen go through in order to bring fresh squid back to land? Have you ever pondered it? Before embarking on each fishing excursion, fishermen are required to meticulously prepare in order to guarantee a productive squid catching season. During the inspection and maintenance of their boats, they make certain that the high-powered spotlights are operating correctly. The seine nets, squid jigs, and traps are subjected to a thorough inspection and, if necessary, replaced in order to prevent any problems from occurring while working at sea. In addition, there is a sufficient supply of gasoline, fresh water, food, and ice for preserving squid in preparation for the extended periods of time spent floating on the ocean. In addition to this, fishermen keep an eye on the weather forecast and attempt to determine the movement of squid schools. As soon as everything is prepared, they set sail and begin on a mission to confront the perils of the sea in order to bring back the most recent catches of squid. It is now possible for modern fishing vessels to be outfitted with sophisticated navigation systems that assist them in navigating oceanographic data maps. This method enables them to precisely pinpoint the locations of squid. The vessels are outfitted with squid jigging equipment that are fully automated and come equipped with hundreds of specialized fishing lines. In order to attract squid, each hook is constructed with a unique combination of lures and baits. In order to avoid being exposed to light during the day, squid have a tendency to hide in deep waters or rocky crevices. They move closer to the surface of the water as night sets in order to search for food. At this point in time, the harvesting of squid is at its peak. It is possible for a large fishing vessel to harvest anywhere from 70,000 to 100,000 squid on a single trip. On the other hand, not all squid are compact. The length of some species can reach up to 6 feet, which is the same as the length of an adult human being. It is common for these enormous squid to live in deep waters, and they only sometimes come out to hunt at night. They surge toward the surface at astounding speeds, drawn to the surface by the LED lights that the fishermen are using. Specially constructed hooks with strong grips and high-tension fishing lines are required for fishermen to employ in order to successfully catch these enormous squid. It is necessary for fishermen to immediately coordinate their efforts in order to successfully bring a squid on board, because it will vigorously thrash and spray black ink as a kind of self-defense when it is hooked. Wow! These are the most exciting and anticipated moments that take place on a vessel that is used for squid fishing. The boat moves softly across the water, slowly reaching the port like a traveler returning from a long journey. It carries the delight of fishermen after a bountiful day, commemorating the end of a fishing trip filled with passion like waves that are surging through the huge ocean. The strange creatures, known as gigantic squid, are being hauled up from the depths of the ocean by groups of fishermen working together in small boats that drift gently on the water. As soon as each squid is brought aboard, it is immediately processed on the premises. The squid is meticulously stored in order to keep its greatest level of freshness, and the fishermen use sharp knives to remove the head, clean away the black ink, and cut off the head. This procedure not only maintains the extraordinary quality of the squid, but it also optimizes transportation, which guarantees that the squid will still have the natural flavor of the sea when it is delivered to consumers. When the squid meat has been thoroughly cleaned, it is then chopped into rings or bigger chunks. Prior to freezing, they could be treated with an antioxidant solution in order to preserve their color and freshness characteristics. In addition, certain components, such as tentacles and fins, are processed independently in order to satisfy the varied requirements of the market. In fact, there is still much more beneath the surface that remains untold. To begin with, squids are not just mindless prey. In fact, they are among the most intelligent invertebrates on the planet. They possess complex nervous systems, large brains, and problem-solving abilities that rival those of some mammals. Therefore, understanding their behavior and cognitive abilities raises significant ethical questions about how we harvest them on such a massive scale. Moreover, despite their seemingly endless numbers, there is growing concern over the sustainability of global squid populations. Although squid reproduce quickly and have short life cycles, the intensity of industrial squid fishing, especially in regions like the Western Pacific and South America, has raised alarms among scientists. As demand surges, particularly from countries like Japan, South Korea, and China, overfishing could soon tip the balance, not only depleting squid stocks, but also disrupting marine ecosystems that depend on them as both predator and prey. In addition, one cannot ignore the growing tensions over squid-rich waters. International squid wars have emerged, particularly as fleets from China and other countries are increasingly accused of illegal, unreported, and unregulated IUU fishing near foreign coastlines, such as around the Galapagos Islands. These vessels often operate with their tracking systems turned off, making it nearly impossible to monitor their activities. As a result, the issue of squid fishing is no longer just an environmental matter, it is also a geopolitical one. Furthermore, while LED light technology has revolutionized squid fishing by drawing them to the surface at night, it has introduced another problem: underwater light pollution. Constant artificial lighting can disorient other marine species, alter migration and feeding behaviors, and even affect the reproduction cycles of sea life. Yet this invisible side effect of the squid fishing industry remains largely overlooked. Onshore, the story doesn't end when the squid are brought to port. Once they arrive, they are transported to massive industrial processing plants. These facilities, especially in Japan, are equipped with state-of-the-art automation, robotic arms, precision cutting machines, and rapid freezing systems. These allow workers to process millions of squid per day efficiently. However, the final products are not limited to sushi or calamari rings. Some squid parts are turned into pet food, dried delicacies, or exported frozen to markets worldwide. Even more surprisingly, squids are contributing to cutting-edge scientific research. Their large axons, nerve cells, have been essential in neuroscience for decades, and their unique ability to change color through chromatophores is being studied for military camouflage, wearable displays, and even smart materials. In this way, squids are influencing not just the culinary world, but also the future of bioengineering and robotics. Taken together, these lesser-known aspects of the global squid industry reveal a much deeper, more complex story, one where tradition, technology, ethics, and environmental concerns collide beneath the surface. While the nightly hunt for squid may seem like a straightforward endeavor, it is in fact a reflection of how far human ambition reaches, even into the darkest corners of the sea.